sweet dear magical friends. Welcome, willkommen to your reading with me, Natalee, spelled N-A-T-A-L-E-E. If someone has sent you this video, they believe there's something valuable for you to gain through one or a few of the messages contained herein. If this is your first time viewing a tarot reading, this is how it works. Everyone is psychic. You are psychic. People like me are very psychic. The more you watch me, the stronger becomes our connection and the more likely I am to channel your details and messages. All you need to do is observe your own body, thoughts, and emotions for any reactions, subtle or strong. This means you are resonating with the message and can benefit from its guidance. If you'd like to know when I upload or live stream new messages, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and toggle the notification bell. To connect on social media, you can also follow me over on the TikTok. Same handle, WatchNatalee. Please block and report any other accounts. Lastly, always remember that time spirals. All of my messages are timeless and that you can learn more about me, my psychic work, and how to do your own forecasting down below in the description box. Without further ado, let's open up your message. Thank you, 𝚑𝚊𝚘𝚗, very, very much. Okay, what message are we? These are kind of like entwined. Oh no, it's just one very, very stressed out little message. It's all tangled. Ooh, ego drop. Okay, so we don't have a date for this one, but I do see how it's written in the orange sparklies. I think you can read it okay. Let's see. There we go. Ego drop. So when this one came through, thank you. So when this one came through, the energy of it is very, actually pretty perfect with the omen that came with it, is, you know, being real mangled and stuff. So ego drop is sort of this, almost like this heavy velvet curtain just dropping and revealing what's really there. What's really there is the truth without the ego. So someone can be going through an ego death, or there could just be some kind of identity that is a little bit of a facade that is falling or is dropping. And this would be very clearly the ego. I mean, I specified it, ego drop. So that's what the drop is. It's the ego. Maybe for how you want your life to look, or how you want to think about yourself, or maybe somebody else is going to be going through an ego drop in a situation. So let's take a look. What's going on? What does this message mean? First card, we have the Knight of Swords to start. So it feels a little bit like things are happening fast, but it almost feels like it's under the surface. So it's almost like someone's a little bit anxious or very excited underneath the surface of trying to, you know, project a very calm demeanor, trying to project that everything is either okay or that things are very still. So it feels like someone's trying to uphold this stillness. Thank you. Tiefe Wasser sind nicht still. Und der Haifisch, der hat Tränen. Und die Lauf. Sorry, that's kind of, the still waters are on top, and then the water at the bottom beneath that, they're roiling. They're not still. That's the song. Okay, what's going on? What else am I here to say to whoever this message is for? It's Rammstein, of course. Oh, more. So the Eight of Swords. This is a warning to not overthink something, or to maybe even keep something inside, or to keep something very suppressed. There's a blockage that is likely giving you a hard time in your life, and it's difficult for you or this person to see how you are either creating this or supporting this, and you might already know that. It might be something that you are consciously fighting and resisting, and also knowing that you put this in place all of your own free will. And so let me think of an example. This could be something that you sort of got yourself into, and it's not exactly, let me put it this way. So when you follow a line of strategy, and we talk about strategy in our body language class, it's body language, intuition, and strategy. So when you follow a line of strategy, the moment that you realize that it's not the right line of strategy is when you've got to, you know, like little Danny in The Shining, walk backwards in your footsteps to go back to the right point and then start on your new strategy, or immediately take off on a new strategy, follow a new course of strategy. So this is almost like trying to maybe even continue on one course of strategy, and part of you knows this is not the right thing to do, or part of you doesn't have confidence that this is the right thing to do. Ooh, Seven of Cups. This is a very important time to trust yourself. And the scary thing about that statement is that there are clearly things getting in between you and yourself. So got a bunch here. Okay, let's see what this is. The Page of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the World. Okay, thank God. Okay, so one of the things, you guys, so one of the, like when I'm doing your psychic tarot readings, it's just, I know when someone has anxiety, that comes through very, very strong, and it's a very strong energy. The energy of mental energy is actually very, very strong. So, you know, when someone, for instance, books a session with me, they could be in this energy where maybe there's myriad options or obstacles or even choices, and, you know, just a lot. And I'm that person that can be zoomed out enough to be able to help you, and then of course with the ability and everything else. So it's like this is kind of like how I'm seeing this, is that it's like you have this stalemate inside where you know that you might not be able to trust your judgment. So in that case, I recommend waiting. I absolutely recommend waiting and meditating, of course. And you guys hear me talk about meditation, you know, how I describe it is shutting down all five senses so that your sixth sense can be the only one that is really alive and working that you're using. So, you know, if it's not a good time for you to afford a psychic tarot reading, an astrology session, a therapy session, or anything that could help you get that assistance that only comes from a hired professional, where they're supposed to be a counselor, a therapist, someone that's supposed to be, or a consigliere, an advisor, someone that's supposed to be a consult. If that's not possible, or if it's not feasible, and you don't have a friend or, you know, someone that you can trust to do that, meditate, sit with it, and watch my vlog, How to Heal and Move On. That in itself is free quality therapy if you use the technique, and if you apply the technique, and if you just do the continued practice with that technique. We do have our Älteren meditations, but right now they're only on Patreon. So those are kind of a Patreon exclusive, but there are tons of free YouTube meditations and lots of like the frequencies, and there's all kinds of free stuff out there. So if money and finances, if that's part of everything that you're worried about, you know, there's stuff out there, and it's just, even the right resource could be difficult to see right now. That's what I'm saying. So there's that. And maybe that's another person you're connecting with. If this is a person you're connecting with, you've got to have a mental boundary with this person. If this is someone that you're living with and they are very high strung, I had this Libra best friend. She was very, very high strung. I love Libra energy, but I find it very endearing, and, you know, I like to sort of have fun with it and make jokes, and they're like my Libra best friends. They appreciate my Capricorn humor, but it doesn't like solve what they want to, you know, solve like at the end of the day. And it's just kind of this funny banter back and forth with Libra energy. Anyway, this is kind of like that vibe I'm getting, like very, you know, almost like Seinfeld-y, very, you know, I want to say Woody Allen. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but it's just very, you know, like a lot of mental. They're very, I'm getting someone that like all of their energy is like in the neck up, like it all goes up here. Like there's not a lot of energy. Like maybe this isn't someone that really enjoys eating or takes a lot of pleasure in snacking, and, you know, they're like plain popcorn people. You know, I'm a Cancer rising. I'm like, butter, salt, blah, you know. So it's like this person, this is a big deal for them. So if this is someone that you're living with, a roommate, if this is your wife, your husband, your child, your teenager, you know, whomever this happens to be, it's not going to help them by freaking out with them. They might feel like they need you to freak out with them so that they feel like you're caring about what they care about. It's not the way. It's not the way. Yeah, definitely mental boundary. You're not going to be able to get in their mind with them the way that a professional is going to be able to. It's kind of like the parents that have a kid troubled in school, and you know the teacher tells the parents it's XYZ, and the parents are like, yeah, fuck you, get out of the way. You know, it's like they don't believe it. They're like, let's, you know, but then they maybe go to they go to someone they trust, it's separate entity or something, and they analyze, I don't know, the children or something, and then they say the exact same thing, and then all of a sudden, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that resonates. Oh, that's serious. You know, it's kind of got that vibe to it. So if you're like in a personal relationship with this person, I mean, I tell my Libra friend like the truth and all the strategy and like everything super straight through, but because it was me, it just went, you know. So it's like, even when I was saying like this is my deadpan Capricorn, even though I would say the truth and the answer and the strategy, it was so flat. Like my delivery was always so deadpan that she like knew that she knew it was funny, because she has great, Libras are so funny. Oh, Libras are so funny. I love Libra humor. So she got it, you know, she just funny because I'm funny. I'm a Capricorn. I've got stellium in Capricorn. Saturn rules humor, Saturn rules comedy. So as well as cemeteries and stuff. But anyway, I'm even feeling it right now. Like this is very getting me real. So anyway, what am I trying to say? So I would tell her, she would get the joke. She would know that it would be the truth too. Like I feel like, you know, right now this person's mental energy is very spinny and like a lot going on, but they're probably very strong mentally normally. So this is probably just something happening, you know, something that they're stressing about. So she knew that I was, you know, right and correct and everything, but without the appropriate vessel and without the appropriate programming of the subliminal self, people might not be ready to be empowered. People might not be ready to have confidence. People might not be ready to love themselves, or to be loved and accept love, or to be whatever it is. So all that is to say that there's a message that comes in. There's a message. And it's still got this like frantic, frenetic energy with it, where there's like, it's a very excited message. It's overwhelming, and it's got the world with it too. So, this is the final closing of the door, the final chapter of the book, okay? And it's an emotional release. This is a release. This is not just a mental release. This is also an emotional release. I do want to use my rose gold astral deck. To clarify. Tell me about the Knight of Soul. Oh, she wants me to cut it into 4s. Okay. I'm just the messenger. Oh, I just spilled it. I guess that was part of your plan. Okay. These are also very slippery. Okay. Knight of Swords. Right away, I did feel something. Oh, look at that. We have the Ace of Wands, and then we have a Queen of Pentacles. To clarify. You know, it doesn't have to be a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. But if it is, you're lucky. Very, very lucky. This is like, I'm getting a very earthy, sensual... There's another card here. Where did that come from? All right, never mind. I guess there's 3 cards. We have the King of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. So this does not have to be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Can be, does not have to be. That kind of complicates things. All right, whoever has the anxiety, that mental stirring, be very careful, because you could let something slip that's cutting or cruel or judgmental or critical, and it's coming right from your subconscious, right from that place within you that is insecure, that is doubting, that is faithless, that is, or even just disinterested, even, you know, depending on what it is you're hiding from yourself or what this person is hiding from themselves. If you're starting anything, be very conscious of how you are starting it. Start it on the right foot. Start it with all of the things. Do all of the responsible things. All like that kind of a thing. Okay, let's take a look at this Eight of Swords. That was something. It is the Queen of Cups. Now we have counterparts. Now we have counterparts. This really needs, she's giving me the ego drop again. And then there's also this absolute need for mental boundaries. It's just, okay, so there's your public life. Public life, public love, spiritual love for strangers. That's your public life. There's an air of maybe formality or professionalism, or just that basic mannerism, right? The manners of public life. Then there's your personal life. This is your friends and your family, and maybe coworkers if they're close to you, if they're like if they're your friends. Personal life. And then there's your private life. Your private life is just you and yourself and your mind and your emotions. It's your body, your emotions, your mind, and your spirit and your soul and your spirituality. It's private, but it's just you. It's just you. That's the boundary that we're talking about, because someone's kind of in someone else's mind. I don't know if you're doing this consciously or unconsciously. A lot of people do a lot of energy work that is very unconscious. They don't know that they're doing it. So I'm not sure how conscious anyone in this situation is regarding their mental boundaries, not even just with others, but also with themselves. So this would be someone, for instance, one of the things I did when I was so crazy about acting is that my new thing now is writing and writing TV shows. I'm just like freaking addicted to it now. It's like, anyway, but when it was acting though, I was taking these auditions like so freaking seriously, and just like, you know, building myself up to just take it so seriously. And after an audition, I would give myself, I don't know, like 24 hours to like obsess about it and then forget about it. And then I would shorten that window until it got down to like 30 minutes, because I would not need the full 8 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours. I just decided I don't want to be sad that long. I don't want to be upset that long. I don't want to be like emotionally, you know, super involved that much for that long in like one audition. So then it just sort of naturally happened where, boom, finish the audition and then move on to something else, a different way to express myself, whatever happens to be. So I recommend that, definitely. And this Queen of Cups in particular doesn't have to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. It can be, it does not have to be. They're stuck. And no one can get there. No one, they have to, especially with the Queen of Cups. This is someone that their emotionalism is going to color their thinking and their mentality. They're going to emotionalize their intellect, and that's why they're showing up very stuck. They may not, if this might be the Queen of Cups that has the ego drop. They might not even know that their ego is wrapped up in this whole entire situation. It's like they might even be projecting onto other people. Like that Eight of Swords, that could be projection, that could be gaslighting, that could be that can be so many different expressions of these mental and verbal and manipulative on a conscious or an unconscious level, like this little back and forth stuff. But it's like it's all super alive within their mind, in their own private world. And, you know, whatever their shadows are, whatever their self-sabotaging mechanisms are, whatever their own junk is, that's really what they're interacting with. That's really what they're dealing with. So it's not really about anything else in the situation. This person's in their own world. So this person's like very exhausting. I wouldn't be surprised if this Queen of... Keep a lookout. Like one of the flags of this person is going to be that they're exhausted all the time. They may have energy dips, or they may have sleeping issues, or they may have, you know, maybe where they're groggy all the time. This could be someone that sleeps way too much, oversleeps. There's going to be an energy leak in their life somewhere that they don't have the energy for. I can feel it. Like I just felt this. So that's what she's saying. She's saying that this person is going to have some kind of energy drop, or there's going to be some kind of imbalance with them. I don't know, chemically, but it feels more like an energy thing. Like this person can't do something, and it may be inexplicable or difficult to diagnose, or maybe they try different things at work, but then it stops working. And that's going to be a big red flag for anyone watching this video, because that's this person. They don't know where this energy is going because they can't conceptualize of anything that I'm saying. But it's for you to know. And if you're the Queen of Cups, and if this is resonating, or if you're feeling defensive about what I'm saying, then take a look at your life and see, oh my God, I am oversleeping, or oh my God, I am always having such a low energy. Watch the vlog, How to Heal and Move On, and find, you know, look at yourself with that perspective, so that you can start filling your own cup and giving yourself what you need, so that you're not like fighting yourself and then, you know, projecting that into conflicts with other people, because then you're going to lose maybe a good friend or a spouse or a business partner, whoever this King of Cups is, because there's something going on with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups and Knight of Swords. Like there's just like another situation happening, and this person's just kind of like spinning their wheels, is what I want to say. Let's take a look at the Seven of Cups. This is maybe some kind of, it's like options or just lack of clarity. It's the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to say to just wait until you know. Someone doesn't know whether they can trust someone. Someone doesn't know if they want to extend help or extend a bond of connection, or if they should block them out and put up a boundary instead. So if you don't know who's really deserving of your generosity, who's really deserving of your kindness, sit back and wait. Sit back and wait. Sit back and wait. Watch and make sure that people are consistent. Okay, let's take a look at the good news. This is a very watershed moment, and if there has not been an ego drop, there will be one soon for this person in particular. What's this Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the World? What is this message about? Oh, of course it did, didn't it? Is there anything that's, just to make sure that I'm not like... Okay, so I'm not taking everything underneath it, but we just have the Devil here. Yeah, it's just the Devil. The Devil. So Death, bottom of the deck. We're not going to take the bottom of the deck, but okay. This watershed moment is going to be a conquering of something that, oh man. I would say something like conquering an addiction, but in this case, it has to be one of two victories. It's either going to be the Ace of Pentacles, why do I keep conflating that? The Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. So it's either going to be a conquering of, you know, it's going to be some kind of victory for these two and some kind of new venture, or it's going to be the conquering of this person coming out of their, I don't know, it's like they make their own prison with their mind, with their excessive emotionalism, with their ego. And honestly, I would not even bother trying to tell this person about it. This is best if the person watching this reading is the Queen of Cups, because you're already going to be open. You're already going to be, more of a co-creator with the universe and more in control of your own life than other people that don't watch these videos. So that would be the best position if you, the viewer, were the Queen of Cups, because then you can alchemize and make changes in your own life and own those changes, own that power to do so. Because right now this person is very emotional, maybe even intuitive, but they're disempowered by their ego, and they would not see it that way. That would not resonate. That would not make sense to this person, because they're likely stuck in some kind of victim mentality, victim mindset. They're feeling like there's nothing they can do about their situation, but they're a queen. This is like the most psychic queen out of everyone. This is actually someone in this pictogram. This is someone that is actually fortune telling. They're gazing into a covered chalice. Okay, this is the Holy Grail. Cup runneth over. So why would someone like that be feeling stuck? It's ego. It's ego. It's ego. So it feels like someone's having the right ego drop, and whoever has the right ego drop is going to be the winner. So it's either going to be this team over here, the Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of not like a totally unlikely team. The earth and the water make mud, and it makes more sense. But it's still not as natural as the King and the Queen of Cups, because they're of the same element. So it kind of looks like one is embodying a healthier expression of their energy, and the other one doesn't really know how to use their own energy or work their own energy. So if you're the King of Cups, I would say time out for the Queen of Cups. Let them get it together, and then go do whatever you want with this. I don't know if this is like a business venture with the Queen of Pentacles, but I would say go ahead and pursue that, because that energy looks still kind of not scattered, but just very excited and very exciting. It still looks very exciting or excitable, but it doesn't have the negative connotations to it. It just would be something that I would say to do it right. Because the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords could start something, but maybe haphazardly, or maybe missing key details, or missing, crucial structural things that you need for it to last a very long time, to get better the longer it is that it has been in creation. So just do that the right way. Queen of Cups, time out. If you're the Queen of Pentacles, it depends on the kind of relationship the King and the Queen of Cups have with each other. If you're the Queen of Pentacles and you have a business partner, a new person you're going into business with, I'm gonna say do everything very thoroughly. Make sure you have all of the documents and the signatures and verifications, and just stay super duper organized. I mean, you are the Queen of Pentacles, like you would be, but just stay extra careful, because your partner, depending on the nature of that relationship, they may not follow through, because their partner may have something going on in their life, like a breakdown or something, that they may have to, excuse themselves to go deal with that. So kind of like the same advice, but for different reasons. Both the Devil and the World are so Saturn, and the Queen of Pentacles, but it's very, very Saturnian, this ego drop. So honestly, guys, I've been through so many ego deaths that it changes. It's part of what you need to go from living in survival to living in trust and harmony and calmness, and to be relaxed in your day-to-day life and your day-to-day lived experience. You've got to have the ego deaths, because the ego is what helped you survive to get to this point. And now that you're ready to alchemize and heal and be in your karmic reward cycles, and you're ready to do all that, but you cannot go and do all that as the same frequency that got you to this point to survive everything that you did have to survive, because that version of you relied very heavily on the ego. Toxic and non-toxic. So that ego helped you to survive, but it's not going to be what you take into the next phase of your life when you thrive, because you thrive with a healthy ego, with a positive ego, with a healthy masculine, a healthy feminine, both of those archetypes within you. So everyone will have to go through the ego deaths to live long and prosper, like you just do. So that's what it looks like here. And I don't know who is going to be having it. Maybe, hopefully it's everybody, so that everyone can, succeed. That's what we want for everybody. But it's like, it's tempting. That's why we all pick our poison. So for the Queen of Cups, it's tempting for this person to think negatively. It's tempting. They think that they love being this victim. They love to blame someone else. They love to not be responsible for their happiness. They love that. That's not going to resonate with them if you tell them that, oh, you love to suffer. Everyone would be like, what are you talking about? So that's that person. And then, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups over there, I would say don't rush into it for the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. That could be your devil energy, where you just think that you can set something up like fast and dirty. You don't do that. It's like, that's probably like as devilish as it could get. So, just make sure that it's either in it to win it, it's got that staying power, or don't even waste your time. Let's take a look at your guidance. And if that's the truth, if it really isn't worth your time, if it's not going to last, and be something that really contributes a lot to your life, because with Saturn, what you earn, you keep. With Saturn, what you earn, you get. So if it's not going to be a big get over the long term, devil might want you to go and set something up real shoddy, but don't leave it abandoned like that. Don't do that's good. It's not even worth it. What is the bottom of the deck? The canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. For all of the singers in the house. And then you have two poppers. You have the Blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. So I can see this as being an opportunity for the Queen of Cups. They wouldn't see it that way, but I see it that way. Untapped potential. See, for the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you guys are going to have to figure out if this is an opportunity for your untapped potential to really flourish and thrive and be very, luscious and beneficial, or if it's not. So you guys will have to calm down the excitability to get it very, judiciously thought out. And then you have the Magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Evaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. Everybody needs to take a time out and meditate and sit with it. Shut down all of your five senses, all the stimulation from your five senses, so that your psychic ability is the only sense that is up and running. And the priorities should feel more organic, and they should feel better. Because with all of this stuff stirring around mentally, nothing's going to feel good. And then you can't tell what's a mirage and what is a vision. You can't tell who you should trust. You can't tell, you know, so it's really got to bring it down. Okay. Okay, my loves. Whew. Take very good care. I will check in on your energies next time. Until then, my loves, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.